Andrew with Where's the Moon Astrology, and today I'm talking about Capricorn. Capricorn is the cardinal earth sign, which means that they are an initiator in the material realm. Earth being the material realm, cardinal being the initiators of the zodiac, the ones who start new projects and begin new things. Capricorn is known for their work ethic. They're known for being ambitious, they're known for being hard workers, and I have seen this to be true over and over with Capricorn suns. Often other Capricorn placements as well, but they very detail-oriented, kind of perfectionist. They really like to have something that they're working on at all times. Very ambitious. They always have something going on, and they kind of go relentlessly. They go without stopping. Along with that hardworking, the good work ethic that they have, they are very committed as well. When they have an ambition or they have something in mind, a goal to accomplish, they go after it and they're committed to it. Capricorns tend to make everything a sort of goal. They like to have a lot of goals. They like to, it's not just about the hard work to them. It's about the completion of a goal and the satisfaction that comes with that. So they will have a goal in mind and keep that at the forefront of their mind almost all the time. They just really like to have something that they are consciously working towards and taking steps to accomplish. And it might be really long term. And this translates to their relationships as well. They can be very committed in relationships. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be overly expressive, but they are going to be really committed and faithful when they commit to somebody in a relationship. Generally, there are exceptions to this rule. And it's not just about cheating either. It's about wanting to make a commitment to actually having a solid relationship and wanting to take the relationship somewhere. They turn even their relationships into a goal-oriented thing. So they're not really going to want to be in a relationship that's aimless. They're going to want to know that there's some kind of end goal to the relationship. So that might be marriage, that might be having children. They might just want to have goals within that relationship, like purchasing a house together, whatever it is. They like partnerships that are going somewhere. They might even want to turn their relationships into business partnerships, but they like to have something that they're working towards with a partner. Capricorns can be perfectionists and they can be critical, and this is this can be internalized and it can also be directed towards other people. They like to have their appearance just so. They like to have their environment just so, and they can be a little bit controlling about this. They're not going to want anyone to try to interfere with the way that they do things, much like Virgo in this way. They like to control their environment. They like to control what happens to them. They're really no-nonsense type of people. You're not going to want to mess with a Capricorn. Not because they'll burst out at you like Aries or something, but because they're just not going to have it. They're going to shut it down very quickly. They really like control, and that doesn't necessarily have to mean controlling other people, but they do want control of themselves, which they have every right to have. Capricorn can also be really dry. Like I said, they're no-nonsense kinds of people, so they're not extremely expressive. They can be kind of dry in their expression. They can have really dry sense of humor. They might not say very much. Actually, they're just really controlled types of people. So say you might be really expressive towards a Capricorn, just kind of, I missed you so much, or even in a romantic relationship, you might be expressive, and they might return that affection, but it might not feel like there's a lot of emotion behind it, even if there is, because it's just so dry the way they say things. Now for the dark side of Capricorn. On the dark side of being really work-oriented and really ambitious, they can be workaholics and sacrifice their personal life for their professional life, for those goals that they have. They can really put everything on the back burner except for their goals and ambitions. And I mean, that's really just no way to live. You have to have a good work-life balance. I would say that it's really more something they do to themselves. But if you're in a relationship with a workaholic, or you have a parent who's a workaholic, it affects you too. when you love somebody, everything that they do affects you. While they are committed in relationships, they can also be aloof and unavailable. And what I mean by that is that, like I said, they're not very expressive in love. So while they might feel very much towards you, and the fact that they've committed to you demonstrates that, they might not express it in the way that you want. So if you think about like the love languages, different love languages that people have, Capricorn would probably be acts of service, and that might not translate as love to somebody who really wants words of affirmation or somebody who really wants physical touch. They're just not going to be super expressive, super romantic. They can just come off kind of aloof, and because of the no-nonsense thing they have going on, they might not be very sympathetic to you if you come to them and say you need affection expressed a certain way, because they don't understand. While they are expressing their love to you in the best way they know how, by working hard for you, by having a goal that they're working towards with you, by committing to you, by not cheating on you, they don't understand that there are other ways to express affection that you might need, that they don't necessarily. On the dark side of goal-oriented, you have ruthless. You have people who will cut your throat to as a means to an end. They will use people even. They can be the kind of people who, if they're not in a relationship, they'll use you for whatever they can get out of you, be it sex, be it, affection when they want it and how they want it. They can use people, and in the workplace as well, they might cut your throat to get to the top. I've known Capricorns who befriended somebody because that person had an in to a job that they wanted, and then as soon as they got that job, they just kind of stopped hanging around them, stopped wanting anything to do with them as a friend. They can see people as tools to make their desires come true, and it's really ruthless, and it can be cruel. As I said, they are also critical, and Capricorn can be critical of others as well as themselves. Sometimes they can be really harsh, and like I said, they like to control themselves. They like to be controlled in general, but sometimes it can be controlling, and they'll start to try to control their relationships. They'll start to try to control other people, make them, behave how they want, dress how they want, act how they want. Of course, again, this is the dark side of Capricorn. So this is not saying that all Capricorns are going to do this, but they can be this way, to where they want to control everything about a partner. They want to control everything about a situation, and it'll drive them crazy if someone's not acting the way they want them to act. So that was my video on Capricorn. I will have Aquarius out for you shortly. I did want to let you guys know, and I will leave the link in the description of this video. I do offer chart readings. I can deliver it to you via a video that's just like this, or I can do a phone call or a Skype session, whatever works for you. But I do offer chart readings, and I'm going to link you to my shop. Anyway, have a great day. Aquarius will be out very shortly.